What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm making a Fortnite concept video, and this is one of two videos I'm going to be making on Fortnite crossover ideas. So this is episode 1, and this is going to be the skins themselves. Let's get right into it. So first on our list is the Daybreak crossover. Now, for those who aren't aware, Daybreak is a Netflix TV show about a bunch of teenagers trying to survive the apocalypse. So I have 2 skin, 2 glider, and a pickaxe idea. So, first of all is the Josh skin. So, Josh is the main character in Daybreak, so it makes sense to have him in. So, just a basic Josh skin himself, and his skateboard back bling, his iconic skateboard from the show. He'll also have a glider that is also his skateboard, but it is a rideable glider. He'll also have a pickaxe, which is his iconic sword from the series. Next up, we have the Baron Triumph skin. So, it looks like Baron Triumph, obviously, and it has 2 edit styles. The default one, which is mask on, and mask off, which obviously shows his face. Also, we have a motorcycle glider of Baron Triumph, iconic motorcycle from the show. All these items will be part of the Daybreaker set. Next up, we have Stranger Things Season 3. So, as you know, there was a Stranger Things 3 crossover in the game in Season 9, but let's face it, it was pretty crap. It had nothing to do with Season 3 itself, because the skins were pretty much both from Season 1, and all we got was the Scoops Ahoy shop from the series, which is pretty cool, and a few portals, which I couldn't experience because my Wi-Fi was cracked. Personally, I did not like this crossover very much, so I have an idea for a much better one. So first of all, it makes sense because of Season 3 one to have the 2 main skins be Steve and Robin. So let's talk about Steve. He would have 2 styles, his default style as he appears in the show, and his beaten up style from, spoiler alert, when he gets kidnapped by the Russians and beaten up a bit. So this will have bruises and a bloody nose. He'll also have a back bling, which is just a basic ice cream cone and blue coloured ice cream. Next up, we have the Robin skin. Pretty similar, but obviously it's Robin, and again she will have the default style and then the beaten up style. Her back bling will also be an ice cream cone, but this time pink ice cream. Their glider will be the Scoops Ahoy sign glider, which will be a rideable glider where Steve or whatever character you have chosen will just ride on a Scoops Ahoy glider through the sky. We also have a taser pickaxe. So, from the show, Erica, well, I know Steve and Robin doesn't have this, but I still think it would make the most sense for a pickaxe. Erica has a pickaxe. She takes this walking stick taser, or whatever you'd like to call it, from the Russian base, and she uses it to take out a bunch of Russians. I think this would be a pretty cool pickaxe, and it would make a lot of sense. Now, lastly, all these skins will be part of the Scoop Squad set. And also, additional note, if they wanted to add actual locations, I think they could add an upside down area, and the portal idea was a good idea. Maybe even adding entire Starcourt Mall might be a bit ambitious, but it would be really cool. So, last on our list, we have the Spider-Man crossover. It'd make a lot of sense because both games are on the PlayStation 4. So, for those who are not aware, Spider-Man PS4 is probably the best game of all time. So, I think that a crossover would be really cool. So, first of all, let's get right into the skins. We have the Spider-Man skin, with 3 main edit styles. The default style being his advanced suit from the game. Then, the Raimi suit, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is his iconic web suit from the original 3 Spider-Man movies. And his third style will be the anti-Doc Ock suit, which is a pretty iconic one from the game because it's one of the only few outfits that you're forced to wear. And it's also from the finale, so it'll be pretty cool. Another skin is Doc Ock, or however you pronounce it, Dr. Octavius. So, Dr. Octavius would obviously look like he is in the show with his iconic green jumpsuit. Also, his back bling would be his robot tentacles, but they wouldn't be as big as like in the game because that would be a bit too big and make it really easy for other players to spot you. But I have a really cool idea for a pickaxe for him. So this might sound a bit wild and really ambitious, but hear me out. I think it'd be cool if the Dr. Octavius pickaxe is actually his tentacles, so they could reach out and strike the trees. Obviously not any faster or not dealing any more damage to the trees than a normal pickaxe, because obviously that'd be pay to win, and they don't do that over at Fortnite. I think this would be really cool, and it could be really unique because you'd have to wear the back bling as well, and it would just help bring a lot more life to it. Now, lastly, we have 2 more items. We have the web glider. So, pretty much we have two options. It can just be a basic big spider web that you just pull out, or maybe if you're wearing the Spider-Man skin, Spider-Man can like put his arms up and shoot out a bunch of webs until it forms a big glider. Obviously this animation might take a while, but like you'll still enter the gliding state before like the animation finishes. So like, you know, again, still basic glider speed and everything, like nothing overpowered. Last of all, I think an emote, the only emote we actually have on in the video, really cool emote in my opinion, would be, I'm just gonna call it the Spider-Man vibe. So pretty much in the third movie of the original Spider-Man series, when he's wearing his Venom suit and he feels like he's on top of the world, he walks down the streets, Peter Parker, and Santa's dancing everywhere. This could be a traversal emote, and I think it would be really funny and really cool to see in the game. And that wraps up the 3 concepts for Fortnite that I have. I'd really like to see, in my personal opinion, the Daybreak and the Stranger Things ones be added, because they're my personal favourite. But if any of these would be added, even in any shape or form, I'd be really happy. So, with that being said, thank you for watching, and make sure to be tuned for next week when we talk about LTMs for these 3 crossovers.